Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Silver Bowl for tonight's game between the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes and the North Schuylkill Spartans. North Schuylkill comes in 6-0. Warren, Mount Carmel area 5-1.
This is as big as it gets so far this season. Certainly two highly rated, highly regarded football teams meet together tonight at the Silver Bowl. Mount Carmel with one loss on its record, that heartbreaking 1-point loss in Montoursville. The Spartans completely unblemished, a perfect 6-0 record coming in. I mean, they're ranked, all the things, two ranked teams. If you look at the standings in the districts and in the respective classes, highly regarded in the district rankings. I mean, this is everything you want in a high school football game. It's all wrapped up into one moment here tonight at the Silver Bowl.
Go over the starting lineups a little bit. For the Big Red, quarterback will be Mike Higgins, number 10. Fullback Sean Sheptock, number 44. The tailback, number 22, Brett Veach. The tight end, number 31, Corey Hepler. The left tackle, number 77, Bill Anderson. The left guard, number 61, Jamie Rowland. The center, number 55, Ryan Geary. The right guard, number 69, John Yastashak. Number 78, Dave Baxley, will be the right tackle. Number 88, Joel Gonzalo, the split end. And also back there, number 21, Joe Wargo.
On the North Schuylkill side of the ball, the numbers and names to watch and remember. These are the people that are going to be the ones you hear the most. You're going to look up at the tight end, number 82, Steve Bruska. We understand Bruska has incurred an injury during the week, I assume.
Right.
We're at the last game.
It appears he's going to play defense, but not offense.
Unfortunately, his threat and his true talent is at tight end. They are a tight end-oriented passing team. That's who they'll go to. If he's out of the game offensively, it's a major blow to the North Schuylkill Spartans offense. Then go to quarterback, number 10, Jason Mohab. He makes the whole operation go. From down the line, you're going to look at 44, Brian McAndrew. He's coming back from it. He came back a little bit last week, they said. This week he'll be at full strength and ready to play. And the other guy, you remember him from last year, fullback, number 41, Will Walter. And then there'll be Brian Bullock. He's number 32. He'll alternate in and out with those with Walter. But those are the quality, skilled people to watch on this team. They're a fairly big team. They're probably not quite as fast as you would want to be. And there was some discussion among the coaching staff and the other guys that apparently the coaching staff from over in North Schuylkill said that we were big and talented, but we seemed a little slow on the line. So that should be an interesting little sideline
to watch for tonight. Mount Carmel area will receive to start the game tonight head coach for North Schuylkill Spartans, Rick Geis. And, of course, on Mount Carmel area side, the head coach, Dave Whitey Williams.
Now you look down at these two teams, and the first things you need to look at here, guys, is that you're in the the seventh game of the season, and now there are major playoff implications being played out and on every field around here. District implications for both of these teams. A loss to either one will seriously hamper their district playoff hopes and will absolutely kill a chance for them to host a district playoff game, which is important.
You got it.
So there's a lot riding on the line other than the fact that this is truly just an ugly grudge match to start off with. So a lot of interesting things happening out on the field tonight.
Kicking off for the Spartans, number 32, Brian Bullock. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, number 27, Dave Evans, number 22, Brett Veach, and number 21, Joe Wargo.
And the big thing is Mount Carmel is going to receive the ball, and you're going to see the matchup. The big question is, can their defense take care of our offense, or can our offense overcome their defense?
Yeah.
Because both teams, Mount Carmel and Ashland, North Schuylkill, sorry there, guys, come in with two defenses that match up beautifully together on paper.
Awesome. Absolutely. But offensively, perhaps North Schuylkill is a little bit needs to be worried. They're
That's right.
not an offensive team right now. They've had trouble gelling.
Kickoff. Short one in the direction of Wargo, but taken by Veach on about the 16-yard line. Looks for an opening and gets hit on about the 22-yard line. Initial hit made in there by number 40, Bob Weary. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 23-yard line. Looked like Veach was looking for a hole over to the right side.
Yeah. Now, the thing to watch here, this defense is aggressive. This defense is compared, when you're comparing it to teams you've seen, compared to Shamokin area. same kind of defense. They're going to pile it up on the line. They're going to come at you. They're really aggressive, really quick onto the ball, and they gang tackle a lot.
Wargo goes in motion for the Red Tornadoes. Pitch back to Veach, out around the right side, finds some running room up to about the 29-yard line. Tackled in there by number 44, Brian McAndrew.
Now this is the kind of game, if you look at the Spartans and Big Red, if Big Red puts a quick score up,
Right.
it's going to alter the Spartans' offense again, which is not exactly potent to start off with, and it's going to truly hamper them, whereas we can afford to get behind a little bit.
Higgins hits Gonzalo in the flat to the 40-yard line, up to the 45-yard line, out of bounds. Great play by Higgins and Gonzalo, knocked out of bounds by number 42 of the Spartans, which is Gabe Kamarowski.
Oh, again.
I got you early, yeah.
That one I
got you
forgot
early
about,
that time.
We got him.
Well, the first two plays, bread and butter. You go to the quick pitch, and let Veach do his thing, and then a quick out pass to Gonzalo.
1st and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 44-yard line. Fake the Veach, fake the end around. Higgins rolls, does great job getting out. Looks downfield at Gonzalo, hits him on the 44-yard line. 1st down, Red Tornadoes, tackled by number 10, Mohawk.
Well, the coaching staff last night said this. They're so aggressive, they're so, ball-oriented that they thought that they could be fooled. And that's exactly what you're seeing now. They're going to fool them a little bit. They're running some different-looking plays, and you're going to see some motion tonight. The motion will freeze one of the linebackers, which they think will give us the advantage. There you
Again,
see it
Wargo
there.
goes in motion. Higgins did a great job that time of getting around. Sheptock up the middle. Bowls his way through for about 3 yards. Tackled in there by number 77, Todd Rice Miller. Or was it 72? 77.
But everything so far has been quick.
Yeah, well, that's the
quick
key.
outs,
That's the key to it. Yeah, they firmly believe that that's how we're going to win the game.
Right.
If you're gonna run an offense that's not going to have a lot of motion, and these guys are gonna whack the pants off you. They really are. They're tough.
Again, Wargo goes in motion. 10:20 left on the clock, and this one should be offside against the Spartans.
Could send that ball a little bit quicker.
Looks like it goes against the Spartans.
It should.
Offsides against the Spartans. Number 32 jumped off sides coming in. Looked like a blitz coming in from Brian Bullock. Or is he playing nose guard?
I think that was a nose guard. But this is the type of drive that just deflates you real quick. They came out sky high.
2nd down and 1 for the Red Tornadoes. This one's to Wargo off the left side.
He may not have. He didn't get the 1st down. He has to cross the 35-yard line, and he didn't do that. He's about maybe less than a yard short now for the 1st down.
Tackle made by number 40, Bob Weary. 3rd down and 1.
Big play here. Big play early. And all the plays are big right now. This is the kind of game where the game may hinge on one big play that happens early in the 1st quarter. So you got to be careful what you're doing here.
Higgins pitches back to Veach, going out around the left side. Found a little running room, and it looked like it got jammed up. Mount Carmel will be faced with a 4th down.
And they will go for it.
Good play by number 72 there, Rich Bolinsky.
Here they go. They will go for the 1st down here down on the 35-yard line. There you see that defense, though, Wayne. They're tough. 1 yard. Right. They were tough. They were real tough on that. They can really stand you up, this group.
4th down and 1. 8:55 left in the 1st quarter. Higgins gives the ball to Wargo. 1st down and more, down to about the 26-yard line. So Mount Carmel takes the first big chance on 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you looked at their defense, they jumped into a 5-3, packed the center. They were looking for the two lead blockers coming up between Sheptock and Costello.
Yeah.
And Costello actually came to the right side and gave Wargo enough of room, going the other way because he drew the linebacker.
1st down, Red Tornadoes. Higgins back to pass. Looks at Gonzalo in the end zone, just over his reaches on the goal line. Covered there, single coverage by number 23, John Brown.
He was well covered. Well, that was a good defensive play that time. He was well covered. That time, Coach Williams going for all the marbles on 1st down.
Second down and 10, the ball on the 27, 8:30 left in the first quarter. Wargo goes in motion to the left side. Higgins fakes up the middle to Sheptock, rolls out, looks at Veach, over his head on the 21-yard line.
That was a good play, though, and I think we're going to see that again. He was wide open.
Wide open. He had about another 10 yards to go.
Yeah.
Even if he would have caught the ball before anybody would, even come near him.
Now, there's a case of Big Red flooding a zone. Everybody moving, everybody coming to the right. All receivers at different distances on the field came to the right sideline, and he was able to pick the underneath guy that time, and that's where he was headed to.
Big third down play here, Warren, for the Red Tornadoes. Corey Hepler split far right. Veach goes in motion. Higgins from the shotgun. Straight back. Looks at Veach.
Oh, he got him.
Good pass down to the 6-yard line. 4 receivers out for the Red Tornadoes. Great play by Michael Higgins to Brett Veach.
And even more importantly to watch here, guys, the shotgun. They lined up in the shotgun.
Great call.
There was rumors that they talked about it all week, and there it was. The shotgun can be an incredible weapon to a passing team like this.
Especially with Higgins. Excellent arm, gives him that much more time to look at all his receivers.
First down and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 6-yard line. Higgins pitches back to Veach. Keeps it outside, going outside.
Excellent.
Touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
There it is, the first big 6 on the board, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to take some steam out of the Spartans.
What an impressive drive by the Red Tornadoes. All the way, right down from the coaching staff to the kids out there playing.
I'll tell you what.
Great job.
That play there shows the pure speed of Brett Veach.
Oh, yeah.
He was looking to the inside to break behind his blocker, and there were 2 defenders standing there right in the hole. And he just turned on the afterburners and kicked to the outside and scored.
John Yastashak in to attempt the extra point for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back. It's down. It's up. And it's good.
And he is deadly, really. He's back from that injury, and he is deadly.
8:14 left in the first quarter. The score, Mount Carmel area 7, North Schuylkill 0.
Well, you saw the first big subplot of the game. North Schuylkill came in here with the defense. They were talked about as being the defensive team in the area. Now they take the opening drive, and they basically stuffed it down their throat in for 7 points. Now the second subplot. They come in, obviously the talk is, and we don't know this, but the talk is, from what you've seen in their games, from what the people who have watched them play is, they are admittedly a weak offensive team. They have not been able to find the right combination to make themselves a good offensive team. You're going to see tonight now whether they can go against what is, I would consider, an underrated defense. Because you don't hear that much about Big Red's defense as you do, maybe the Spartans. But if they can move the ball against us, they can move it against anybody. If they don't move it, it could be a long night because it looks like their defense is going to be having some problems.
I'll tell you what, they might not hit the papers like they should, but if you sit here and watch these games week in and week out, you know what type of a defense they have.
Oh, well, I'm not.
You're
not fooling me with it, but they're not. You're not as highly thought of as they should be. I don't think.
John Yastashak kicks off.
Beautiful.
Taken by number 40, Bob Weary, on about the 9-yard line. Finds a little running room, but tackled in there nicely by Joe Chicatano, and then finished off by number 69, John Yastashak. First down and 10, Spartans from the 32.
Now, the first guy I'm going to look for here is number 82, and he is not in the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. This, I believe, from what we understand, will seriously alter the way North Schuylkill will play football tonight on the offensive side of the ball. They need him at the tight end position to really have a potent offense.
Hands off to number 40, Weary, around the right side, slips down and falls on the 30-yard line. 35-yard line.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a subplot here from Supper Club last night. Those of you who remember the Spartans last year, extremely tough, murderously hard-hitting game. Their bread and butter came at that tackle position. Last night, fittingly enough, one of the 4 kids that we had with us, the 2 defensive tackles were at dinner with us. And he made a point to single them out tonight.
Mohop gives the ball to Weary. Big play from Corey Hepler and the nose guard, number 63, Scott Grady.
Pretty much, Coach Williams said that if our defensive tackles can handle the block, that's where they run. That's
right.
where the big fullback goes. If we can handle that cross block, and that's all that it's going to be, if we handle that, they will not move down the field and they may not score. And he squarely put the onus on those two defensive tackles last night. He said, you guys have to make the plays because that's where they're coming.
Mohap back to pass. Looking downfield. Hits his receiver on about the 44-yard line, but there's flags on the play. Catch made by number 23, John Brown.
That would almost have to be holding,
Right.
Where they threw it. And I believe the Spartans will be called back on that play. Now, the talk on Mohap is simple. I'm looking for his number here. Mohap is a junior, okay? Great arm. I mean, great arm. He's a gunslinger. That's the word on him. But the second word on him is you put pressure on him and you beat him. He doesn't react well. He doesn't move well under pressure. If you give him a little bit of time back there, he is deadly. He has a great arm. And they have a fairly sophisticated passing attack. It's not like they don't have one, but you need to put pressure on him and it'll fall apart. And secondly, as I had stated before, they rely heavily on the tight end, and he is not in there tonight. I'm going to have to see who's playing tight end for them. But that may take away his options a little bit, and that could hurt a quarterback.
Holding penalty on the Spartans puts the ball back to the 20-yard line. Mohop on the end. We're going to hand it to Weary off the right side. Mark Burns hanging on his feet, also assisted by 31, Corey Hepler. But now a fourth down and about 20 yards to go for the Spartans. Questionable play on third down and 20.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Especially when you just talked about how great Mohop was.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that.
Punting for the Spartans, number 51, Mark Dower, and deep for the Red Tornadoes, number 22,
Spartans
Brett
were a guy
Veach,
short there on that one. Almost did it with 10 guys.
and 88, Joel Gonzalo. Kicks in the direction of Gonzalo, takes it on about the 40-yard line, does the reverse. Brett's coming around on the 40, up to the 39, makes a great move to the 50, to the 49, stays inbound on the 39, and knocked out of bounds on the 34-yard line, and they're pulling it all out here tonight, Warren.
Oh, they came ready to play. They came ready to play.
Who's 83? Higgins?
Eric
Yes.
Higgins,
Eric.
83.
I'll tell you what, he was coming down to help out blocking for Veach, but the kid had his back turned, and he had everything just to stand there and just not block the kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't want to be called for a clip. You know, he didn't want to be called for a clip.
5:41 left in the first quarter. First down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. Gonzalo split far left. Wargo's in the slot, but he'll go in motion. Higgins up the middle to Sheptock.
Ooh,
Carries the ball
great.
to about the 29-yard line with a lot of power.
I'll tell you what.
How
they
many
were
yards did he pick up on?
About 5.
About 5, yeah.
He picked up 5 yards and he bruised 6 people on his way through.
That was a hard 5 yards.
Ooh. Looks like everybody strapped their helmet on tight tonight,
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, this is looking well so far.
Higgins back to pass. Looks at Higgins.
Oh.
Interference, but
He got
it's
it.
intercepted by the Spartans on about the 11-yard line. First down and 10, Spartans.
A lot of bumping and grinding going
lot of
on in
bumping.
that play, guys. I'll tell you what, we're not going to be calling it tight. That's for sure in the secondary.
Now to me personally, that was the second time a flag could have been called. The first one was in the first series, down at about the 10-yard line. I think it went to Joel. It
Right.
was a little over his shoulders. He had to turn around to get the ball, but the defender was all over him there too.
Mohop sets the Spartans from his own 11-yard line. Up the middle to Bolick. Hit initially by Sean Sheptock and then finished off in there by number 21, Joe Wargo. Gain of about 3 yards.
Now 82, Bruska is in the lineup. I believe it's 82. The jersey was it could be 72. His jersey so scrunched up I couldn't tell if it was 82 or not. I'm looking to see if he's in there. Is it 83, Bob?
The other
there?
tight end is
They have
83.
83, right.
Okay, Bruska is still not playing on offense, and that truly is a blow to the Spartans' offensive hopes tonight.
Mohawk pitches back to Wary out around the right side. Good play
Almost
by
fumbled
number
it.
41, Joe Costello.
Cast man almost knocked the ball loose
Great
at the same
job
time.
by Joe Costello.
Cast man. The cast man.
Gain of about 2 yards for the Spartans. 3rd down and 6. 3:53 left in the first. The ball on the 17-yard line.
If you watch when they run that play, they kick out the motion man, and he comes back on the end and a tackle. And I swear that Stosh was actually held that time in between the two
Mohawk
players.
back to pass. Big rush from Burns, and a nice tackle made by number 31, Corey Hepler. Good job by the Red Tornado defense.
Well, offensively, it's pretty much what we said. They're having one heck of a time getting themselves on track. And now, although they stopped Big Red on the drive, they're giving up field possession each time. And now one of the things you want to look at field possession-wise is on their side of the ball, if you put them inside the 20-yard line, they'll kick a field goal. They have an excellent field goal kicker.
Ball taken by Veach on about the 44-yard line. Waits and makes his cut and brings it down to the 39-yard line. Nice tackle made by number 66, Brian Wetzel. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 39.
But our defense is playing inspired football right at this point.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got a sense of that from them last night. They felt they weren't getting the attention they deserved, and I agree. You know, everybody's talking about the Spartan defense here,
right.
and this group here doesn't give up much either. So,
2:49 left in the first quarter. Higgins gives it to Veach. Off the right side, one man to beat. Gets it down to about the 35-yard line. Tackled in there by number 44, Brian McAndrew.
Tell you what, that's about the 4th play that I saw someone being tackled with by the arms. A lot of arm tackling here, and that's not going to last the whole game.
Well, that was a play right there that could have been broken,
Right. And Brett almost did when he spun out.
Higgins, back to pass, tucks it away. Shovel pass, intercepted by number 83 on the play, which is Mark McGinley. Good play by the Spartans, and what a boost for the North Schuylkill Spartan team. And Mike Higgins hurt on the play.
that was truly an ill-advised play all around that time. That's not what you need to do.
And now Higgins down on the field, hurt.
Actually, that was supposed to be a pass to the outside, left-hand side to Joel.
Yeah. Yeah, that play it fell apart to start off with, and then too much pressure inside, and we can't turn the ball over like this. That's something we can't do. This is too big of a game.
2nd time.
2 turnovers in the first quarter alone, and that sometimes can spell real trouble. It looks to me, from what I could tell when he was falling, that someone stepped on his ankle as he was either on the ground or he was about to hit the ground. Because I saw the foot go by him. I think they stepped right on him.
There were so many people in the area at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was totally surrounded.
Higgins is up. Now we'll see how he can do walking on it. Okay.
That's an
All right. It
extremely
was what you
painful,
said. Somebody stepped on him.
painful
Right.
injury. You get some of these those little rubber cleats like that, or the spikes that you get them on that bone. And,
Well, what a big change of momentum here for the Red Tornadoes. 2 interceptions early in the first quarter and gives the Spartans the ball on the 49-yard line.
It's a change of possession, I would call it right at this point. The way our defense is playing, it's not momentum-wise just yet.
Mohawk hands off to number 44. Big run by Brian McAndrew, but right standing in there was number 59, Mark Burns, and he was where he was supposed to be. Wasn't quite ready for the runner to get there.
Him and Corey took him on head-to-head.
Now, if there's any speed in this backfield, McAndrew's the one that possesses it. He would be considered the speed back. And again, I'm not bad-mouthing you here, but they're not a speed team.
Right.
Their speed isn't something they're going to hurt you with in that backfield. None of them are particularly or outstandingly quick.
2nd down and 9. Mohawk back to pass. Looks in the flat. Now he's going to take the ball and run with it. Big hit by Jason Rohrbaugh at the 41-yard line.
Now, I ask you, did he not see the flashing lights? Did he see the cones up, and still he went down the lane into a roadblock? It can't be done that way. I saw them. the flag man, everything. Everything was set up, and he went down there anyway.
3rd down and 18, 1:06 left in the first quarter.
heard
Corey
that.
Hepler got hurt on that play, and he came out. Bill Anderson in at left tackle. Throwing situation for the Spartans. Mohawk back to pass. It's going to be a screen pass. Hit number 40 over there, which is Bob Wary, but a big tackle made. 44, Sean Shepdog.
Actually, Wary, that's the second time Wary's fallen down, though, as he was
okay.
making the cut. Shepdog hit him as he was going down, but he had already slipped, and slipped to a knee. And that's 2 times he broke into the open that he's done that, so he's having some trouble with his footing. He had a little bit of room before Shepdog would have, killed him, but.
Dower back to punt.
Short
punt this time. Hits on about the 41 and comes back to the 41-yard line. So a bad kick for the Spartans. Mount Carmel area takes over 1st down and 10 from the 42.
Actually, the ball isn't past where the
first down
marker was. He hasn't kicked it past the 1st down marker. Yeah, I don't think he's
4 seconds left on the clock in the first, and Mount Carmel area will leave this one run out. And at the end of the first quarter, the score, Mount Carmel area 7, North Schuylkill Spartans 0.
That kick won't be a highlight film there.
No.
I mean, what a crazy bounce that took. My goodness. It's funny. He was the last guy left that he would have kept rolling if he wouldn't have got to it. Everybody else was way past it.
It might have gone back to where he punted it from.
I think he was
worried. Like a boomerang.
I think he was worried about it.
We have to talk a lot there about the defense. An impressive start for the Mount Carmel area defense.
Oh, absolutely. They came to play. Offensively, the first drive, obviously fantastic first drive, but we've kind of misfired here on the last 2, and we need to correct that problem as we go into the second quarter now.
Well, but when you look at the 2 turnovers, it wasn't a pure interception. The ball was up in the air and tipped, and actually the defender was laying on his back, and it came down in his hands.
Plus, he interfered to start off with, I feel, on that play.
That's true, but it wasn't called. But then again, the defense came back and held them. Here's another play here, shovel pass, fine. They intercepted, but then again, the defense turned them back.
Yeah.
1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes the ball on the 42-yard line. Wargo in motion. Higgins pitches to Veach, out around the right side, finds some running room for about 3 yards, hit in there by number 41, Will Walters, also helped out by 44, Brian McAndrew.
For a little guy, Veachy, he'll put a smack on you when he gets
does.
through the line, too. He doesn't shy away from anything. And I guess he figures, I got Pucci's ankles underneath me, I don't care what happens, and I can see where he can throw caution to the wind with that thought.
2nd down and 6. Gonzalo split far right. Higgins going to Veach, right up the middle. Big play there, and what they call for it looked like a face mask in there on the Spartans.
Yeah,
I saw Veach's head make a funny move right there. And number 42 on the tackle.
That's what it's called.
For the Spartans was Gabe Kamarowski.
That's pretty good, guys. The last time I saw that, both of you called a clip.
Yeah, but he did
I can
hit
see
him.
We've learned from last week.
He did hit him from behind, though. I did see that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He hit him from behind, reached over the front,
grabbed his face mask.
Right,
All right,
okay.
1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 39-yard line.
You guys are all right.
Dave Evans goes in motion. Higgins fakes up the middle, takes the ball himself on a bootleg. Big rush in there by number 32, Brian Bowling.
That time, and I'm not sure what they did defensively, we ran into the defense that time. It was coming that way, and we swung our whole offensive play that way.
They do a slant defense, and if they slant the right way, you're going to see some plays where that happens.
Yeah.
But if they're slanting the wrong way, way in, it's going to go.
That is see what we're trying to do is 77 is releasing. That's about the 5th play I saw him release and come in strong. They're hoping get underneath them, and Higgins is going for some yardage.
From the shotgun, Higgins back to pass. Looks over at
Corey.
Corey Hepler, and he goes down on about the 38-yard line.
Now, see, I tell you what, this is the kind of defense where the shotgun can do a lot of damage. They're so quick up front, coming at you, and they're not a ball hawk. They're just following a slant, following a hole, and they're just charging.
That's right.
You can beat them that way with the
10 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. 3rd down and 8. Higgins, back to pass.
Got to move out.
Has a roll, looks out, finds Gonzalo,
He
hits
got him.
someone about
Beautiful.
the 19-yard line. Great play by the Red Tornadoes.
Beautiful play by Higgins. I mean, to run like that, the way he was running,
Right.
absolutely fabulous football play.
And
that
again,
time.
did you see the defender that was on him, number 77? 77 had tailed him the whole way until he released the ball and made the tackle. But Higgins had just released the ball. Again, in the first series when we scored the touchdown on a pass down to the 5-yard line, the exact same thing.
Yeah.
77 is just releasing and going.
Wargo goes in motion. 1st down and 10. Higgins pitches back to Veach. Finds some running room
There it
down to
is.
about the 14-yard line. Tackle made by number 44, Brian McAndrew. Bringing up a 2nd down and 6.
I'll tell you what, McAndrew was injured for some parts of the season, but I have to say this for him. He can play some football out there on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. He seems like a tough football player.
Higgins puts Wargo in motion. Hands off to the left side to Veach. That one's down to about the 13-yard line, and Mount Carmel will be faced with a 3rd down and about 3.
It'll be interesting to see if we go into the shotgun formation on this play.
8:36 left in the first half. Mount Carmel area in the lead, 7-0. Higgins to Sheptock off the right side, finds
excellent.
lots of running room for a 1st down on about the 5-yard line.
Oh, big play by Sheppy that time. And
Big.
I'll tell you what, quick. See how quick he was there.
Yep,
My
I'll
goodness.
tell you what, that's the best he's looked in at least 2 or 3 games carrying the ball. He just exploded when he got that ball and went through. Although you have to give, again, the right side of our line over there credit. I mean, they just blew a hole. Dave Baxey and John Yastrzak over on the right-hand side.
Yeah, good play that time.
1st down and goal to go from about the 6. Going to take it wide. Veach cuts it back up to about the 4-yard line. Tackled in there, looked like by number 72 from the Spartans, which is Rich Bolinski.
That was a good play by the Spartan defense that time because he was looking for the corner and then he made the decision to turn inside, and they just got a hand on him there and brought him down.
But see, that's what I said. It's how many tackles now, arm tackles, are just getting a hand on him. Nobody's hitting him with a good strong tackle, a good shoulder tackle.
Higgins sets the Red Tornadoes, pitches back to Wargo, out around the right side, look for some running room.
He's got it.
Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Nice blocking again by the right side of the Red Tornado line, and a great run by Joe Wargo.
Now that's a case of, well,
Excellent.
we went one way, it didn't work, we'll go the other
Right.
way. See how it's going on the other side. Same play, different personnel, but same play.
Number 69, John Yastrzak in to attempt the extra point. 55, Ryan Geary, the center, and number 10, Michael Higgins, the holder. Snaps back, it's down, it's up, and it's good. With 7:22 remaining in the second quarter, the score, Mount Carmel area 14, North Schuylkill Spartans 0.
That was a big offensive series again, and now you're seeing, I think, what you're seeing is Big Red starting to assert itself a little bit. That defense out there for the Spartans, I am sure, is not used to this kind of pushing around that they've taken here.
Well, you know what? This is the way
early in the game.
This is the way I like to look at it right at this point. And looking at the game, right? I mean, we sort of started to do from the opening kickoff what we wanted to. Number one, let's just say that their defense is as good as everybody said.
Right.
what does that say about our offense?
Yes, absolutely.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They've now come around. They know what they have to do from here until the end of the season, and I think the boys realize it.
Yeah.
Second of all, look at what our defense is doing. I mean, it's got to be minus yardage. I don't even know if they picked up a first down yet. North Schuylkill.
I don't believe they did. Not so far in the game, anyway. No, they have not. They
And
have not.
there have been a lot of 4th and 15 out there,
Yeah.
and 4th and 20.
John Yasishak will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Taken by number 40, Bob Weary. Finds a wedge, brings it up to about the 29-yard line, and then is hit by Yastashak,
On his
77, Bill Anderson, 74, Joe Feddock,
83.
83,
That's
Eric
Higgins.
Eric Higgins.
and 28 got up real
Yeah.
quick and ran over, which is Denny Molisevich. Little bit of gang tackling by the Red Tornadoes on that one.
It was so cool because they had him around the ankles. And who was it?
Oh, yeah.
It was Sheppy or somebody grabbed him by the shirt. That's it. You're not going any further.
First down and 10 Spartans from the 29-yard line. 7:16 left in the first half. Mohawk off to the big hit from the Burns. Brian
unit.
McAndrew, the ball carrier, and a big hit by Mark Burns.
The burn unit, calling the burn unit. We got third-degree burns out there. Third-degree burns.
You know, you're saying that. If you had listened to about 5 seconds, 10 seconds ago, you heard I actually heard the helicopter go over.
Well, of course
There
it
was a
did.
helicopter.
It's here for the burn unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the burn unit flies him right into Chester Crozier now. He doesn't even fool around any longer.
Second down and 10 for the Spartans. Mohawk back to pass, looks over in the flat, hits number 20 with a nice pass to Chris Edwards for a gain of about 5 yards. Nice play.
Quick opener. It's tough to defend. But again, he threw the pass in a way that you weren't going to gain more than 5
Right.
yards because he had to fall down and catch it. He wasn't right on target, and he didn't give the guy a chance to make any kind of a move. So you're not going to be able to defend that pass. I mean, all night. Certainly, he's going to be able to hit it, but they're also not going to get back in the game hitting that pass.
6:15 left in the first half. Third down and 5 for the Spartans. Mohawk back to pass, looks over to the left. Ooh, cranks one down the middle, but a great play by number 27, Dave Evans.
That was fabulous.
Great play from his cornerback position.
Evans is fabulous. And the hit he took, I saw it. I know what you're going to say. I'm surprised he stood up after he got hit over there.
Mohawk.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you what. The line gave him as much as he could take, and the defensive backs took care of all the receivers. And I'll tell you what, Rohrbach left his imprint right on his chest of his helmet.
Well, you know what he
Did
has?
an
He has
excellent
that,
job.
No, he has that PennDOT symbol now.
Mark
is that what it is?
Dower
Okay.
back to punt. Dower lets one go, this time in the direction of Veach. Hits on about the 35-yard line and is downed by number 34 of the Spartans, Russ Brobes. But his punt has it just has backspin on it. It's a great wedge shot, Wayne.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Yeah, go ahead. You know more about
the
that
first
side
one
of it.
that was a good punt.
Right.
The first one was an excellent punt because it turned over and it took off on his foot. Now the last few he had a little bit of pressure, and what happens when you have a little you're looking at the defender coming in rather than the ball,
Yeah.
and your toe has a tendency to come back up a little bit instead of staying flat.
Higgins
That's the big difference.
from the shotgun puts Gonzalo in motion. Back to pass, straight drop back, big rush by the Spartan line. Higgins still with the ball, pitches back to Veach. Veach takes the ball up to the 39, to the 40, to the 50.
Oh, excellent move.
One block,
And Joel's there.
and good block by Gonzalo. Touchdown, Red
What a
Tornadoes.
play, ladies and gentlemen. What a
Touchdown,
play.
Red Tornadoes.
Now that's a highlight film, guys.
That is.
Oh, my goodness. What presence of mind from Higgins.
Yeah,
what
you're right.
scrambling going back there. Finally, the last guy looks like he's going to nail him. He just pops the ball to the beach and surprises everybody, and there he is, a touchdown.
Fantastic.
And truly, the Spartans are rocked on their heels right now. That defense is never going to be
Here's
the
the
same.
fake. Dave Evans,
And he
good
did it.
for
He
2
did.
points. And they came over here thinking they were going to put it to the Big Red.
Oh,
5:23 left in the first half. 22-0, Mount Carmel area in the
And
lead.
this place has gone crazy, guys. They can listen to this out here. They've gone crazy, and well-deservedly so.
That's right.
Big
Yeah.
Red. Big Red, ladies and gentlemen. There it is.
I bet you there are some stadiums right now when they hear that score, 22-0, they're going, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
We had a good discussion with Coach Williams before the game, and one thing he said, he wasn't talking a lot, But he said one thing. He said, we want to put it away tonight.
Yeah. He said that last night at supper. He didn't want to fool around with it.
He said, we want to put it away quick and get it over with, and that's it.
He didn't want to be playing into the fourth quarter here and have the game on the line.
Like what happened at Montoursville.
Yeah.
He played a good game at Montoursville.
That's right.
We just, it just never got going.
No.
And he said that tonight. He said, we want to put it away early. And give credit to both the kids and the coaching staff on this one.
This is a well-designed game plan, and it's being executed absolutely fantastically right now.
69, John Yastashak will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Taken by number 40, Bob Weary. Takes it outside. Still on his feet.
And going.
Taking it around the left side. One man to beat Dave Evans, and Evans runs him out of bounds on about the 48-yard line.
Best field position of the evening. A Spartan is down and hurt on the field over by his sideline there. He
85.
He's hurt pretty good, too. He took a good shot as the runner broke through.
I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a tough run. Whoever took that ball. Who was that, Bob?
That was Bob Weary, the ball carrier.
I'll tell you what, excellent run, because he had to be hit at least 3-4 times going down the field in good shots and kept his feet.
Yeah, Wary's a tough kid. We've seen him now tonight on defense and offense. He and McAndrew, and I told you their names. They were the names I told you to look forward to. I'm surprised we have not seen much of Walter offensively so far. He was such a dominant force last year. But, and again, the loss of Brodsky shows.
They've had a fullback they put in that has a cast on his arm, and it might be Walter.
I don't know if he does or not.
I'm just saying, I don't know, but when he was in, there was a fullback came in that had a cast on his arm, and maybe that's why you're not seeing him.
Yeah, I don't know.
First down and 10 Spartans, 5:12 left in the first half. Mohop, draw play to number 40, Weary.
Nah.
Joe Costello on the bottom of the pile. Also finish him off there, number 31, Corey Hepler, 44, Sean Sheptock.
Well, what I spoke about earlier in the game, and I said that the offense that the Spartans come into the game with tonight is the one thing it is not designed to do, is to come back from a big deficit. Right. It just isn't that kind of an offense. And they truly have their hands full now trying to stay in this football game, being down 22 points and they're still in the first half.
Mohop on the option. Throws it away, and this is a big hit over there and a clip. You're going to get a clip from number 44, Brian McAndrew. He clipped number 22, Brad Beach.
That was an extremely strange thing to do. What was he thinking?
I have no idea, but boy, he hit him hard too. He just went after Brad Beach. That's what it looked like.
The worst part is now he's wondering why. I mean, I don't know why he did that. That was not a smart play. That really was not. And again, not only are they behind, but they continually come up with second and third and long all the time.
That's a clipping call against the North Schuylkill Spartans. And it was so right out in front of everybody.
I can't believe he was arguing it. I mean, I don't know what he would have called it other than that. It almost seemed like you wondered why he was even thinking of that where he was, Well,
Brett was already in motion to make the tackle.
Yeah,
he was coming in to tackle the kid already.
That was, I guess, just a little bit of emotion going on is what carried him.
4:25 left in the first half, second down and 28. Split backs. Mohop back to pass. Big rush from Poldanovich.
Stoshman!
A big hit from Poldanovich. Wow.
Anywhere but a football field, he would have been arrested for that.
Wow.
Oh, do you believe that hit?
Oh, my goodness, what a whack. You see his shoulders just explode when he got close enough to him. Oh.
I saw his feet leave the ground.
Stoshman!
Oh.
Third down and 42 for the North Schuylkill Spartans.
Oh, Poldanovich pulled the pin.
Just think if Stosh did not have a blocker in front of him to stop him the first 5 steps, he would have killed the kid.
Oh, my goodness, what a hit that was. 3rd and 42, ladies and gentlemen, for the Spartans now.
Mohop, hands off to Weary. Around the left side, and Corey Hepler rides him down for about a 1-yard gain. So North Schuylkill in a punting situation, and they'll most likely be happy to get off this field for the first half.
They gave up 42 yards of field position alone in that series of downs. I mean, my goodness.
Well, they can print whatever they want. I think they know who the defensive team is right about this point.
Oh, my goodness.
Mark Dower back to punt for the Spartans. This time gets a little better kickoff. Hits and bounces back again to about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know.
Right.
They're all chasing it, but the little thing fell on the ground.
Right, right about the 48.
Yeah, that's.
He has backspin on
bag.
it.
He's
Right.
I was going to say, he put the ball down like he was going to place it there. I'm going to say, you have to go back and get the little tab you had there or whatever.
It was his tab, so that's why he
Right.
put the ball to just come up where he marked it.
And, you notice the game plan now, whenever he punts, let the ball hit the ground. Because they figure it's backspinning its way back
inadvertent contact right there. And what that does, if I'm not mistaken, if we would have tried to pick, we could have picked the ball up and done anything we wanted. If we would have fumbled the ball,
still comes back there.
We could have brought the ball back up.
I think so.
Yeah?
First down and 10.
You guys have obviously been
from
reading
the
the manuals
47-yard
last
line.
week.
2:45 left in the first half. 22-0. Mount Carmel area in the lead.
Since our embarrassing clip call last week, huh?
From the shotgun, Gonzalo in motion. Hit Sheptock on the little flare. Nobody was watching.
Nobody.
Sheptock takes it down to about the 15.
Sheppy's in.
10.
Sheppy is in.
Yeah!
Tornado.
What a run by Sheptock. You think he's slow, guys? Take a look at him.
Mount Carmel area.
Yeah,
What a play that was,
an
guys.
offensive performance like we haven't seen in the Silver Bowl in a long, long
Now,
time.
if you're the Spartan defense, you were embarrassed by that play.
Well,
Because
first
whatever
of all,
you were doing, you were embarrassed.
I mean, Sheppy's 215 pounds.
Yeah.
He can't hide behind anybody.
Yeah,
where was the defender?
that was an embarrassing play for the Spartans that time.
Oh, my, oh, my.
John Yastashak in to attempt the extra point. Snaps back, it's down, kicks up,
Good.
and it's good.
Now, you see something about that. You say yourself, there's Sheppy. Now, he's the first kid to admit it and I'm going to say it, not the speediest kid in the world. But I'm going to tell you what 220 pounds does for you. He picks up ahead of Speed. He had
That's
25 yards of free ground there. Now he has a defender who's set up looking at him. And what did that kid do? He stuck his arm out there and hoped he didn't get it ripped off. But he made no real attempt to bring him down. And that was a touchdown. Now, if that was Veach or someone else, that kid would have went at him, tooth and tongue. But he sees 220 pounds of helmet bearing down on him, and he kind of gave it the old Olay kind of move, and Sheppy goes in for the touchdown.
He's probably looking at the last offensive series when Stosh only had maybe about 8 steps and almost ripped his quarterback's head off, right? Now here's Sheptock coming at you with about 25 yards. You're right. I think I'd let him go, too.
I think after the game, a lot of people are going to, if you said that to him, a lot of people are going to ask you, how in the world did Sheptock get a 5-yard pass and outrun the entire defense as he was going down the sideline? And he did.
He was wide open.
Yeah,
there was no one with him.
What a burst of speed that
John
was.
Yastashak kicking off for the Red Tornadoes. Kicks the squibber, taken by Weary on about the 15-yard line. Gets ahead of steam up and is tackled by number 74, Joe Feddock, on about the 43-yard line. Also helped out by number 89 in there, Bob Shue, and number 81 for the Red Tornadoes, which is Mike Zavaris.
Take a moment while Bob's fan club waves to him from down below. I think we didn't notice that, or what? And I want you to know you can get arrested for just waving at those girls.
Mohop back to pass, looks downfield, and his receiver didn't really go where Mohop was throwing the ball. So second down and 10.
Considering what Kate would do to you, arrest might be a good option. So cut that crap out. Get your mind back on the game.
2:03 left in the first half.
Lucky thing I'm
Oh,
here.
that's- I'll
Could
tell
have
you
saved
what.
the marriage, Wayne.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Go ahead.
Has to be the best offensive half we've seen.
Oh yeah,
No doubt
they
about it.
truly are amazing. And I'll
we
tell
have
you,
to
I
give
like the
credit to the
shotgun.
defense too.
I like the shotgun though. I really do. He looks real comfortable in that shotgun.
Motion on the play, and this one's coming back 5 yards against the Spartans.
And all that's left now is for the Spartans to pull out a gun and shoot themselves, because I don't think they could have done anything else offensively wrong. Every time they have an offensive series, they started off with some type of penalty.
But it has a lot to do with the good defense of Mount Carmel.
They're nervous now. They're rocked back
Right.
on their heels.
You're
They got a quarterback that almost got killed in the last series, and I'm sure he mentioned it to the tackle over there that, for my own safety, you might want to hold him out a little while longer.
Mohap tries one up the middle to Bolick, finds a little running room and hanging on to his feet. Well, he got through that hole of Sheppy and then tackled after about an 8-yard gain by number 26, Pete Cheddar.
And that, I think, was probably the longest gain of the night offensively from what I can see. That was eight-yard gain, so.
3rd down and 7 to go. 1:38 left in the first half. 29-0. Mount Carmel area in the lead. Mohawk pitches back to Weary. Great play by number 59, Mark Burns.
Listen to the chopper coming in. You hear it? They're coming in now. They're setting up the flares. It's landing. He's going right into Chester Crozier. He's out of here. The burn unit.
Timeout called by Mount Carmel area.
I'll tell you what, whatever Coach Williams told the defensive tackle and ends, and he admitted that he was disappointed in them last year. We did win the game, but he told them that he was disappointed in the way they played against this Spartan team. And he made a point of it last night. He had the 2 defensive tackles with him, and I might add that Mr. Hepler and Mr. Rohrbach were sitting within arm's distance of me, and I left with teeth marks on my sleeve. When you ever see those guys eat, believe me, it's not pretty. Holy God. Poor Evans, Molisevich, was stuck in between them, and I kept checking on him just to be sure he was okay. His shirt was in tatters when they left.
Okay, there's the 3. Who was the 4th boy?
Baxi, the big man.
Okay.
Now picture him between Hepler and Baxi. I couldn't even find Molisevich for a while, but then I couldn't look too hard because Rohrbach kept chewing on my arm all the time.
Did Matucci's have enough food?
Oh, man, you should see those guys. I mean, it's not pretty, believe me.
Dower back to punt.
Ooh,
This
nice.
one's going
That
in
was
the
a nice
direction
kick.
of Veach. Veach is going to take it on about the 14-yard line. Does the fake reverse, keeps the ball himself, and brings it up to the 19-yard line.
One guy, guys, and he was there.
That was
One guy.
One guy, number 1.
Oh, man.
Number 1 in on the tackle,
Flag
John
down.
Megenberg.
Flag down on the field, way upfield here. And that's probably going to hit us this time when they throw it that far upfield. Ooh, they're just throwing that flag around again now. They're not gonna fool around.
North
here.
Schuylkill wanted to pick it up, but it's from the point
Yeah,
of the
the
foul.
kid. Well, the kid picked the flag up and threw
Right.
it to the referee, and he had to throw it back because that's where the mark's going to be. We want to thank the guy from North Schuylkill that's against us for picking it up. But it's definitely against us. We've already taken the required steps backwards. It looks.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
hold
no,
on
wait a
there.
minute.
Wait a minute.
See what this one's bringing. This one's bringing a clip against
Yeah.
Mount Carmel area.
Yeah, and they're going to get the. They're going to. What are they going to get the ball back? Yes, first down.
Well, maybe before the
Well,
possession.
it had to be, yeah,
Yep,
because
you
they're getting
got
the
it.
ball back.
Yep.
Oh, the clip was made
Yeah,
before
it's
Brett
first
had
down.
the ball.
It's
Okay.
a first down. That's what the
Okay.
discussion is, yeah.
That's what great hang time does for you.
And
He
that was.
did.
That
was
was
a
a
good
good
kick.
kick that time.
First down, and that's the initial first down, ladies and gentlemen, of the half, I believe.
Yes.
For the Spartans, and they got it on a penalty, which is only fitting for the way the offense is performing so far tonight.
59 seconds left in the first half. 29-0. Mount Carmel area in the lead.
And I'm afraid that just riled the defense up a little bit.
Moab back to pass.
Oh, look at
Big
Corey.
rush.
Corey's after him.
Hits looks like Brown on the sidelines.
What's that? What is he calling?
I have
there?
no idea.
He just was that. Oh, no. Okay,
That
all right.
was incomplete.
The official had a seizure there. That's what that was.
I'm not sure. He didn't call
I don't know
incomplete.
what he was doing with his arms. I never saw that before.
Sort of like flying.
Well, first of all, the receiver was already out of bounds before the ball even got there.
Okay,
He slipped.
maybe that's what he was
He
signaling.
slipped and went out of bounds.
Well,
Okay.
I've seen it signaled differently. If you,
Okay.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like this.
I mean, I thought he had an armpit problem there for a minute.
Bullock, the lone back for the Spartans, trips to the right side for North Schuylkill. Mohawk back to pass. Here comes the rush. Looks over the middle. And another
great
good
play.
by number 27, Dave Evans.
Give that boy a hand.
Is he something or what?
Give
Look at him back
a
there.
hand.
Oh, played that perfectly. That's the second time he's done that.
The ball hit and he hit.
Oh, man. These
He got his hand. That was unbelievable.
they're looking for Bear
Timeout
tonight.
called by North Schuylkill. This is one where I think North Schuylkill wanted timeout. Rick Geis came out. He wanted to talk a little bit to the referee on that play, but from here we saw it so perfect with the binoculars. As the ball got there, Evans was hitting him.
Yeah, I can't see any arguments here right now. In fact, they have a lot more to worry about than arguing that play right
Oh, you
now,
bet.
to tell you the truth. Offensively, they have been shocked. They have been absolutely shocked. And defensively, I mean, if they're shocked offensively, I don't want to think what they are defensively. to walk onto the field with such a reputation as being the defensive team, and you've got 29 points scored against you. It's not halftime yet. You've got to think, maybe this wasn't our night to start off with. What is this? Look at this now. You give him the camera, and all of a sudden he goes crazy.
Hey, what can I say?
Well, of course, you think of my best side, whichever that side might be.
Well, you better turn around. You want your best side.
Yeah, how am I doing here
Thank
now?
you. That's better.
45 seconds left in the first half. Mohop sets the Spartans. He's going to drop back.
Oh.
Screen pass to Bullock on the right side.
Flag.
Flag on the play. Gonzalo with a big hit on about the 31-yard line, close to a
Downfield?
first down.
It's coming back.
Lineman downfield.
Yeah, it's coming back. They are completely off kilter offensively right now.
They've been off kilter. They have not, but we're just not talking about tonight. We're talking about the whole season.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, everybody said where they are, but they have not had an offense all year.
Illegal man downfield.
Yeah.
It's just such a killer to a drive. I mean, the Coach Geist has got to be pulling his hair out on the other side of the field right now. Every time they do anything good, they offset it with a large penalty, and this penalty here will hurt you.
Well, right now, Coach Geist is blaming the referees, though.
There's no way.
No, I know.
He was already 5 yards
that's
past
right.
the line of scrimmage when he caught the ball, and he had blockers in front of him.
That's right.
And you know what does that, though? Because of the quarterback is moving so quick. He's being chased so quickly that he can't set the screen up exactly the way he wants. Now, that screenplay was open. That kid had a lot of room. He had a lot of room to maneuver when he caught the ball. But even with that, he didn't make as much yardage as you would have thought for all the open space that he had going for him. And it was a fairly poor pass. He had to reach down and catch the pass. It wasn't a great pass to him to start off with.
3rd down and 15 for the Spartans. Mohop back to pass. Looks downfield over the reaches of number 20 over there, Chris Edwards. Covered very well by number 21, Joe Wargo. 4th down and 15 for the Spartans. 15 seconds left on the clock.
That pretty much summarizes the offensive first half for the Spartans.
Wow.
4th and 5th. I mean, what was that time? 4th
and 42.
42.
I mean, you got to go something to get in a position like that. It just doesn't come naturally, that's for sure.
Dower back to punt. Put the big rush on this time. Lone setback back there was number 22, Brett
Veach.
Veach.
This one real.
And
they
they carried it into the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, they had. I thought for sure they were going to down that, and he oh goodness,
He carried it in.
He should have just got it stopped there.
Almost stopped by itself.
Yeah, I don't know why he dove on it like that.
6 seconds left on the clock in the first half. Mount Carmel area with a 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
It doesn't make a lot of difference strategy-wise in this game one way or the other, but it just kind of epitomizes the kind of luck the Spartans have seen so far in this first half.
I think that's what Dave wanted. He didn't want Brett to touch the ball. Let it go. You only have 6 seconds left. Why take the chance of getting hurt?
Higgins downs the ball. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. That's it. The end of the first half. The Silver Bowl goes wild. Mount Carmel area 29, North Schuylkill Spartans 0. We'll be back with homecoming ceremonies in one moment. We're back for the 1994 Mount Carmel area homecoming. Highlights of tonight's game with North Schuylkill is the crowning of the 1994 homecoming queen. Homecoming is a traditional event at Mount Carmel area, with many young women competing for the honor of being crowned homecoming queen. Members of the senior and junior classes voted for their choices this past week. At this time, we would like to introduce to you the 3 senior candidates and the 2 junior representatives that have been chosen by their respective classes. Our first senior candidate is Miss Tara Sosnusky. She is being escorted by senior member of the football team, number 10, Mike Higgins. Tara is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Leonard Sosnusky, 537 West 3rd Street, Mount Carmel. Her activities include cheerleading, Latin Club, Vice President, SAD, Stand Tall, Biology Club, Powder Puff Football, Future Nurses of America, Peer Tutor, National Honor Society, Pep Club, Spark, News Reporting, Operetta. Her future plans are to attend the 5-year program at college to study occupational therapy. Our second member, or second senior candidate, is Kim Bloom. She is being escorted by senior member of the football team, number 44, Sean Sheptock. Kim is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Bill Bloom, 825 West 6th Street, Mount Carmel. Her activities include cheerleading, vice president of Future Nurses of America, secretary of SAD, member of Stand Tall, Pep Club, Key Club, Spanish Club, Biology Club, Powder Puff Football, Prom Promise, Big Sister, Peer Tutor, News Staff, National Honor Society, member of the 1993 Field Day Court. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year college to pursue a career in nursing. Our third senior candidate is Miss Alexis Handrahan. She is being escorted by senior member of the football team, number 78, Dave Baxey. Alexis is the daughter of Rita Handrahan, 143 West Girard Street, Atlas. Her activities are cross country, co-president of forensics team, Stand Tall, Prom Promise, enrichment program, SAD, Powder Puff Football, Biology Club, Future Teachers of America, Latin Club, Spark, Big Sister, Peer Tutor, National Honor Society, News Staff, member of the 1993 Homecoming Court and the 1994 Field Day Court. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year college and major in political science. Our first junior candidate is Miss Heather Stepp. She is being escorted by senior member of the football team, number 52, Stosh Poldanovich. Heather is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Gary Stepp of 144 Poplar Drive, Shady Acres. Her activities include cheerleading, ski club, pep club, student council, biology club, SAD, Stand Tall, Spanish club, operetta, track and field. Her future plans are to attend college and enter the medical field. Our second junior candidate is Miss Jennifer Paracella. She is being escorted by senior member of the football team, number 69, John Yastashak. Jennifer is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ernest Paracella of 416 West 3rd Street, Mount Carmel. Her activities are cheerleading, track, cross country, Stand Tall, SAD, Latin Club, Key Club, TV News Staff, Big Sisters, operetta, biology club, pep club, and ski club. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year college and major in pre-law. The candidates and representatives of the 1994 Mount Carmel Area High School. We'll have a final moment here until they pick the homecoming queen. At this time, we'd like to introduce to you the 1994 homecoming queen, Miss Tara Sosnowski. Crowning Miss Sosnowski will be Joel Gonzalo, number 88, senior member of the football team. While the crowning is taking place, Ryan Geary, Mark Burns, and Joe Wargo, also senior members of the football team, will present the homecoming queen with flowers and members of the court with gifts. As these ladies are being escorted to their seats, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank Mr. Ronnie Shikatano and Lipinski's Lumber Company for their cooperation in making tonight's homecoming activities a success. We'll be back with halftime stats in one moment and the second half. Mount Carmel area in the lead, 29-0. Back to start the second half. Both teams have taken the field, and Wayne, we just keep talking about it, and what can you say? Both sides of the field, defense and offense, fantastic performance by the Big Red.
I'm clicked off.
There you are.
There I am. They're just playing outstanding football. I mean, we talked about this, at halftime about them losing to Montoursville, but at least it gave them a taste of what it's all about. Reading in the paper all the time, we talked about this at the beginning of the season. you start reading in the paper how good you are, and someone comes along and knocks the pins out from underneath you. And now these boys understand what it's all about. They now know that we're deep into the season, the 7th game, and they have to win everything from here on out. I don't think, and we said this, I don't think they realize how good they are.
That's right. Halftime stats here from Jose by way of Warren.
Well, you have to give me a chance to breathe. I had a run. I got behind the band when they were leaving out there. In the rushing department in the first half, listen to me here, and I tripped coming up there. A guy was coming out and got me. We rushed the ball 18 times for a total of 114 yards. In passing department, we were 6 of 10 for 126 yards. So you're looking at 240 yards of offense, guys, in the first half.
We've been doing that all season long. If you look at our stats, we've been doing pretty good.
Individually, you're looking at Veach with 10 runs for 92 yards. He had TD runs of 6 and 64. That was a run. It is being counted as a run.
It was a lateral.
It was a lateral,
right?
Sheptalk was 3 for 14. Wergo 3 for 14. In the first down department, we had 9. In the reception department, Gonzalez 3 for 45 yards. Veach 1 for 21. Hepler 1 for 7. Sheppy 1 for 53 and a 53-yard touchdown run. And now we come to North Schuylkill. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are from the Spartans and you're listening to this broadcast, go out to your kitchen for a minute. You've rushed the ball 14 times for a total of minus 18 yards. You've passed 2 of 7 times for 8 yards.
Number 40, where he takes the ball. One man to beat. Dave Evans runs him down and holds on to him at the 49-yard line, but flags on the play.
It'll come back to a clip right at the point of where he picked possession up at.
Clip on who's 30 for us there, Bob?
30 is Sean Jamin.
Jamin, yeah, that was a clip. He was going in to make the tackle, and boy, they just took him out from the side.
So what you're going to look at, guys, here is basically to trim the stats down. Mount Carmel area had 4 touchdowns and 240 yards of total of offense. The North Schuylkill Spartans in the first half had no touchdowns and a minus 10 yards of total offense.
Wow.
For 2 quarters.
So now let's talk defense.
Yeah, it won't be much of a talk right now, guys. That's the way it is.
Well, this one puts North Schuylkill in a real deep situation. And you know what? The coaches from North Schuylkill are looking at the officials, but they're making some good calls. I mean, we can see what's happening right up here.
You can't blame the officials for what happened in this game. Not so far, anyway.
Mohop sets the Spartans from about the 5-yard line. This one's handed off to McAndrew off the right side. Over there, number 31, Corey Hepler, also number 59, Mark Burns. 44, Sean Sheptalk also there.
I forgot, guys. And I almost got yelled at. The producer came over and spoke to me harshly a little while ago.
Really?
Yes, he forgot to tell us, everybody, who we are. We are WKMC TV, microwave signal WLX267. We are an instructional fixed television service, and you find us on channel 13, Wednesday at 8 o'clock on the Service Electric Cable System.
2nd down and 7. Mohop hands off the right side to Weary. Big
nice
play by 44, Sean Sheptalk.
Ooh, how do you do?
You think our boss is down there working the camera, but let me tell you what, he has a headset on. He's listening to everything.
He also just got hit with a football down there, too, I might add. He's having a pretty good time, though. He says he's really enjoying it. He talked to me for about 10 minutes, and then he yelled at me, of course. And it wouldn't have been a conversation if he didn't yell at me once.
Officials timeout on the play. Here's the fullback, comes in with the cast, Warren. It's number 34, Russ Brope, so it isn't Will Walder.
I don't know if you guys had gotten the bad news or not yet about next week.
Yes, we're not on the air.
Are we not?
No.
That's because it is
shocking bit of news to me. I was just, in fact, that's why you saw me fall off the bench. That's what happened.
Mohop back to pass near his own end zone. Throws one out, incomplete over the reaches of number 6 out there for the Spartans, which is Dave Mackness.
That is because it's the game of the week.
That's right.
Channel 22,
WYOU.
And George had a good point. Not only will they broadcast the game live at noontime, but they show the game again a second time.
Sunday or something like that?
Yeah, Sunday. So he felt that, I mean, how many times can you do the same game? Although, and he admits it will not be the same without us, of course. You know.
Punts away by Bauer. Hits on about the 35-yard line with the same backspin it had all night. ground or taken there by number 66,
Look,
Brian Wetzel.
I can see a lot of people right now, Wednesday now. This is Wednesday, right? I can see a lot of people jumping up and down and cheering after you made that comment. You know.
Well, I mean, of course, they're going to have to deal with amateurs, from Channel 22. I mean, let's face it, they're used to a little higher caliber, I'm sure. They're going to have to try to get used to it for this 1 week, but we will be back.
Is that a threat? Come on, don't make it sound like a threat. A
First,
promise.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah,
First down and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 39. Handoff to Sheptock off the right side. Bowls over number 41, Will Walder, in there on defense for about a 2-yard gain.
You guys didn't notice in the North Schuylkill band, Puddin' down there,
Yeah.
playing for the band. We waved and yelled, and she ignored us like usual.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I watched her with the binoculars the
Did you
whole
see
time.
Puddin'? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
She was
Walking back. She does a lot of walking backwards.
Yeah, she
Didn't they
does.
teach
Yeah,
her to
she
walk
does.
forward? Too?
Well, she does better that way.
Okay.
Second down and 9. Higgins on the rollout. Looks on the right side to Gonzalo. Nice move by Gonzalo. And then knocked out of bounds on about the 31-yard line.
That was the case. Maybe he should have just stepped out of bounds because he did a lot of dancing around. He didn't get any more yards, and 3 guys killed him and put him out of bounds. So he's saying to himself there, I might not want to just take that one step next time and maybe go out and stop the clock.
Third down and 3 for Mount Carmel area. 9:32 left in the third quarter. 29-0. Mount Carmel area in the lead.
One thing about Gonzo, that extra inch is always attainable. He's always going for that inch.
Pitch back to Veach. Going to take it out around the right side.
Ooh.
Big play that time from number 40, Bob Weary.
Where did
First
he
time that
come
they've
from?
really had somebody come through.
The linebacker, he must be keen on Brett. He came right through the hole. When the guards pulled and went right to kick out, he came through the hole that they left there.
Fourth down at 6 and 9:09 left in the third. Mount Carmel area going for
In
it.
case people are wondering over the North Schuylkill area, it's Puddin' Hoffman that we're talking about.
Okay.
So Puddin' Hoffman.
Higgins fakes up the middle to Sheptock. Good block
Correct.
by Yastashak. And number 42
I would've put-
rides the back of
Hey.
22, Brett Veach. But they don't call that one, so
Yo.
North Schuylkill will take over first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Great block by John Yastashak on that play to keep Michael Higgins
That's
open.
the second time. A slight rollout to the left-hand side. The last time on the pass to Joel. And 77, again, all game long is releasing and coming in on Higgins, and he just kicked him out. Gave Higgins enough time.
Mount Carmel area's defense is set. Mohop back to pass. Now he rolls to his right. Nobody out there. Going to have to tuck the ball away. And a big hit from number 31, Corey Hepler.
Oh, Hepler, Hepman.
Tell you what, Corey's playing a good game
He's
tonight.
having a great game. He truly is. He's all over the
game.
field tonight.
Loss of 5 yards, second down and 15.
And that's you know what he had last night, I might add, at Supper Club. He was an original. He had some breaded shrimp on the side, and they also shared some clams. But he was the first guy ever that ordered spaghetti and meatballs, and I found out why after. Yep. You can order whatever you want, so everybody's there surf and turf. Apparently, Corey has told us that his mother, makes surf and turf every night, and he welcomed the break to have spaghetti and meatballs.
Mohop back to pass. Big rush from Burns. Gets him on the 21-yard line.
There it is.
Another
ladies and
big
gentlemen.
loss
The unit.
for the Spartans. And right now, the Red Tornadoes are putting on one heck of a show, both defensively and offensively.
All right, we just have a flash now. The burn unit has announced that there are not enough choppers right now. We are setting up a temporary triage area in the end zone. The burn unit is sending people now into the end zone to be treated there until a chopper can fly them out.
Third down and 25, 7:36 left in the third quarter.
Say, don't underestimate Hepler tonight. Though. We're not saying his name as much, but he truly is having an amazing football game.
Mohop back to pass, tries the screen pass to Bullock, read very nicely by 44, Sean Sheptock, and number 70, Jason Rohrbach.
No, when you're back, third and 25, fourth and 41, there's only so many times you can run a screen pass, that you can fake someone out.
Again,
that was a loss of 3 yards now, guys.
The boys are doing a great job.
So we have
what are we for? Go
fourth
ahead.
down and 29 yards for the Spartans.
They're going to set a record for minus yardage in the offensive series here.
End over end kick taken by Gonzalo on the 48. The reverse to Veach. Does a nice spin move, but held on to by number 66, Brian Wetzel.
I think next time Brett's going to say to Gonzo,
Keep it.
Keep it, okay? He went back and he said, don't do that anymore. Keep it on your own next time. And that's a play, we've run that play over the years a million times. That was, of course, Coach Dimnick was a favorite of his. He enjoyed doing that. He always had the speed, but it's a play where you could break it, right away.
Or it can
a
end.
lot of times you get nailed,
Right.
and that's what happens. It's one or the other on that play.
6:32 left in the third. Wargo in motion. Gives the ball to Wargo off the left side. Good move.
He's
Still on his feet. First down. Red Tornadoes from the 40-yard line of the Spartans.
Nice play.
What you're going to see here, guys, is firstly, you're going to see us go over the 300-yard mark offensively against the defense of the region.
Thank you very much.
The defense of the region. You're going to see us go over the 300-yard mark, and we're going to do it fairly easily. We're at 240 at the beginning of the half, so it's really quite an offensive display right now from Big Red.
First down and 10, Mount Carmel area. Higgins, inside handoff to Joe Costello, gain of about 3 yards. Tackled in there by number 40, Bob Wary.
Castman carried the ball. Castman. Castman. Give the ball to Castman. I want to mention, I mentioned it a couple of weeks back, Gene Matucci again, as is his long-standing tradition. A couple of weeks ago, all the TV crew, with the exception of us, because something about you and I, Bob, not eating any pizza, and he didn't care about Wayne, but we didn't get him. But he gave free pizzas to the entire TV crew.
Higgins hands off to Wargo out around the left side, still on his feet. First down, knocked out of bounds by 44, Brian McAndrew.
But where I'm aiming at tonight is Matucci's Willow Cafe, and of course Gene, who is the real guy that makes that go as far as the athletics here, and Nick. All the cheerleaders, the entire cheerleading squad tonight got a free pizza ticket. Compliments of Gene and his family over at Matucci's, and we want to say thank you to them for that.
Well, you know what? You just have to give these guys credit. We have 61, Jamie Rowland out there, and 77 on the left side, Bill Anderson, doing an outstanding job on the right-hand side. And, in the first half, it was an outstanding job with John Yastershak and Dave Baxley. And, and there's the center. We always forget about the center. We see the trap plays. We see the guys pulling and everything else. And there's the center, getting his head kicked in every time, every play is Ryan Geary. And they're just doing an excellent job out there tonight.
Veach the ball carrier on that play. Gain of about 1 yard. Second down and 9. 5:02 left in the third quarter. The ball on the 27-yard line.
Now the center makes the whole offensive line go, and the only thing people remember about him at the end of the game was he was the guy walking around with the towel hanging out his back. That's how you remember who he was.
Higgins to Sheptock off the left side. Still on his feet. Holding on to the pile there was number 40, Bob Wary.
But the thing is, he's got to take one of the smaller, fastest guys on the line, the nose guard. That's the man that he has. And you don't know what type of a stunt they're playing. He might be going one way, and you might have the tackle coming down on top of you for a blitz from the linebacker. So, and it's difficult for him because he's got to get the ball back to the quarterback.
Yeah. 3rd and 7. I'm looking to see if we're shotgunning, and it does.
No, he's walking up.
We're not going to.
3rd down and 7 for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins comes off. Eric Higgins comes off, puts Brett Veach in motion, and that's going to be a delay of game against the Red Tornadoes.
Coach Whitey down there, he could have kicked himself. But they sent an extra guy in there, and they didn't get the other guy off in time. And, the funny thing was it was the law firm, Higgins and Higgins. One Higgins was running off the field as fast as he could, and the quarterback is looking, he's looking at his brother out of the corner of his eye, waiting for him to get to the end.
Right.
And just as the ball centered, we ran out of time, but that time it was the law firm got together and kind of collaborated on a misfire. And I don't know, you can't blame him for not coming off because he may not have been told to. You're in the huddle a lot of times. The guy runs in the huddle, everybody's looking at him, and he doesn't say anything. And you wonder, who goes out? And then he says, the last second, "Oh yeah, I'm in for you." Then you make that 100-yard sprint to get off the side.
Gonzalo in motion, puts 4 receivers to the right side. Higgins does a great pump fake. Looks at Wargo in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. He stepped on his leg. Unbelievable incident has occurred here. Rick Bolinski stepped on Michael Higgins' leg. stepped right on his leg.
What?
Now the question is, how bad is Michael hurt? That is the question right now that we're all in wonderment here about as we stand and
Unbelievable.
And a lot of the Mount Carmel area fans standing on the sideline
That's
watching what's going on
That
here.
is one of the cheapest shots I've seen in football. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of football. That's one of the cheapest shots I have seen in football.
Coach Geis has got to be upset at the. Oh boy, and he's limping.
The thing
He's
of
up,
it
but
is,
he's limping pretty bad.
you know, the thing of it is, Mike was down. He got hit. He threw the ball. He was hitting. He was laying there. The touchdown occurred, and he walked over. He was walking down the sidelines and actually stomped on his knee.
Well, unbelievable incident here.
That's an embarrassment to the program. Period. That's the way.
Okay,
I
in
look
for the
at it.
extra point. Number 10, Mike Higgins in, and so he's up and okay. He's stretching that leg
Dead
right
foot's
now, and that
dead
one
foot's
had
in
to
the
hurt a
kicker.
little.
Deadly
And in the
foot.
kick, number 69, and now they're going to take
Joel out.
Now they're going to
Get
take
him out of
Mike
there.
Higgins out.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go, though.
I
He
think-
said, no, I'm not going, but he's going
I
to.
think he has to go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
One
he was-
play,
that was
you
an
know,
injury.
play.
That
Yeah.
was an injury, so he had to come out. That would have been a penalty against us had he been in there. Now, Joel Gonzalo will hold for the Red Tornadoes.
That's a penalty?
if you leave the person on. Well, or they chase him out, I guess, right?
No, I thought I said they could call that a penalty.
I don't know. I guess I'm
Legally, you have to leave
Speaking-
the, you have to leave the
leave the
field,
field,
after
right.
one play, right?
Okay, so we have a flag on the play this time. And let's see what this one's going to be. It's a dead ball foul, of course. We know that. Offside against the Spartans. We're going to go for two. Mount Carmel area now at this point will go for two. Gretzky into quarterback for the Red Tornadoes on this extra point attempt. 35-0 Mount Carmel area in the lead. 3:56 left in the third quarter. Gretzky hands off to Veach, powers his way in,
No. Yes. No.
and no.
It was a tough one going on down there.
That was close, but it didn't make it.
To
The
make up your
score,
mind on that or what?
with 3:56 left in the third, Mount Carmel area 35, North Schuylkill Spartans 0.
I had to wait till I was done being hit till I could call that one. I wanna get back here. You saw the incident, and you saw the teams moving around a lot. And
Right.
we have our producer who was down on the field on the on-field camera, and Coach Whitey called the team over moments ago and told them that any incident of fighting on our part would bring an immediate suspension from our team, and maybe for the year. So he is doing
controlling
his
the
part
team
to
right now,
control the
right. anger
anger that's going on that, and it was a very, very tense moment. It's a hard thing right now
right.
to keep everybody's emotions intact and keep focused on the game. And I give him a lot of credit right now because they're running fairly
Right.
high at this moment down there.
Well, especially when something like that's done to your quarterback, it's bad. Yestushak with the kick, taken by Weary on about the 19-yard line. Good tackle by number 83,
law
Eric
firm.
Higgins, and number
great
5,
The
Vic
firm.
Kernatsky.
Right.
Vic Kernatsky
Vic
in there
Man.
too.
It's Vic Man.
First down and 10 Spartans from the 29-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice. You know, Higgins amazes me for the size of that kid, how quick he is.
right.
You know, he's always like one of the first one or two on every play like that.
There's always a kamikaze, though.
Yeah.
There's always
Yeah,
one
you're
on the
right.
kickoff.
He truly seems to be the guy to get down
That's
there.
right.
And he sticks his head in there no matter what.
Mohap still at quarterback. Hands off this time to McAndrew off the right side. Big gang tackling in him by the Red. Rohrbaugh in there. Also the left side of the line, Corey Hepler. 41, Joe Costello. 44, Sean Sheptock. Boy, they were all in over there, guys. Anderson now comes in on defense for Hepler, and Hepler's still stressed with that groin pull. He's still struggling with the groin pull a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, he didn't show it. He's had himself a whale of a ball
Yeah,
game.
but you see when he comes off how
Yeah,
he's hurt.
yeah.
You know, that's what I mean.
Yeah, he's had himself a whale of a ball game. He really has.
Second down and 11 for the Spartans. That was a 1-yard loss. Mohap fakes the ball. Big rush.
Oh,
Oh boy.
there you
Gosh,
go.
Puldanovich. Mark Burns Scott Grady. Great defensive play by the Big Red.
That's where it should be done, right there on the field.
Mohawk with a 3rd down and 19. Back to pass. Big rush from Burns.
Oh,
Gets him on the fly.
fumble.
Play.
Big Red.
By number 63, Scott Grady. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Well, I think the producer just got hit with a thing of ice now, too. He's having himself a heck of a game. He get hit with a ball, and I get with the ice.
Boy, what a great rush by Mark Burns that time. And Scott Grady followed right up to get the fumble.
Well, I would say that we seem to be slightly fired up.
Oh, definitely.
Has anyone noticed it besides me?
This is something. I think we're pretty fired up right here. This is one of the. Okay, here we go. Higgins, hand off to Sheptalk, up the middle.
And he's in.
Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. And he's still on his feet.
Yeah.
And he's still on his feet. Wow, what an impressive game by this Big Red. All the way, offensively and defensively. John Yastashak in to attempt the extra point for the Red Tornadoes. Number 10, Michael Higgins in the hold. Yisty working on his shoe. Gets it on.
You know, Wayne, if you could design like an all-purpose kicking shoe that you could still wear while you're playing, you could make $1 million.
Snaps back, kicks up. And
Yes.
it's good.
You know that.
With 1:39 left in the 3rd quarter, the score, Mount Carmel area 42, North Schuylkill Spartans 0.
What do you think? I'll tell you what, he
There's the
comes
case.
up with the
You know what
idea,
it
we
is?
come up with the money, we make $1
Right.
zillion.
You know what
Zillion?
it is? You want me to tell you
A
what it is?
gazillion. It's like a gigabyte.
Okay.
Ooh,
It's
baby.
the new computer age.
Yes, it is.
Bob and I are in and out. You're kind of lagging
Hey,
behind.
back off.
I mean, you thought when you got that electric pencil sharpener last year, you were in the
Hey.
cutting edge of technology. Believe me, there's more stuff out there than that.
Well, I knew I didn't have cyberphobia at that point.
The
So
trouble,
I-
the
you know,
trouble with you, Frenchie, is you spent a little bit too much time in the desert.
Well, in the sand. You're right.
Well, Yestashak will kick off for the Red Tornadoes, 42-0. Big Red in the lead. 1:39 left in the 3rd. Little squibber this time, taken by number 42 from the Spartans, which is Gabe Kamarowski.
Tell you what, he made a pretty good catch on that, you know.
Over
Yeah,
his
he
shoulder.
did.
Really did.
I'm trying to look on the tackle in there.
87.
Okay, 87. Ron Davis was in there. 30, Sean Jamin. First down and 10 Spartans with 1:32 left in the 3rd.
Yeah, I like that catch. I really did. He did a pretty good job of that. I was impressed. On the sidelines, Big Red is warming up a second quarterback. Look at the law firm. There he is. And why is he hurt?
Just
he's
a little wobbly. He
well,
got down there pretty quick.
He's in the middle of the wedge again. you
Yeah,
know,
he's a little
you know,
wobbly.
He's checking the wedge out up close and personal as usual.
Timeout called by the Spartans.
He came off and he's okay, except that he thinks he's in algebra class now and he doesn't have his homework. But other than that, he's ready to play.
Right now, Mount Carmel making some changes. Number 40 comes in, Steve Ziegler, and Stosh Pulinovic comes out with a great game. Looks like a TV timeout. They're holding everybody up.
I hope we're playing a commercial because we're standing there looking
We
at
were
each
sort of
other.
salad too, weren't we?
I almost fell asleep.
I didn't think about that. It's sort of like it was a TV timeout. We were all waiting.
I hate to
I
say
saw
this.
that guy with the orange vest go out.
Yeah,
He
go
was
out and he
standing on
hold
the
his arm.
sideline,
You know, he holds his arm to
Yeah,
let you know
right,
when he's
right.
time in and time out. Yeah, maybe we aren't ready for the prime time yet. I don't know.
First down and 10 Spartans. Mohop hands off to number 44, McAndrew off the right side. Good tackle by number 44, Sean Sheptalk. Sheptalk's so quick getting over there from his linebacker position.
Well, you know it's good. They're kicking out on Burnsy. Burnsy's coming in so fast. They're kicking out, and they tried to run underneath, but they never figured that the linebacker would keep up with the halfback.
Well, we saw the defense, and every quality player that I talked about that they had, I said to you were the key players to watch. We haven't said their name at all tonight.
That's right.
We really haven't.
Mohap hands off to McAndrew off the right side. Ziegler was in there on the tackle, but Jason Rohrbaugh also helping out. 31, Corey Hepler in there, and 44, Sean Sheptock. Third down and 6 yards to go for the Spartans. 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Time running down on the clock in the third quarter, 6 seconds. Most likely he's not going to get the playoff. And he did not get the playoff. So that's the end of the third quarter. The score, Mount Carmel area 42, North Schuylkill 0.
Boy, I thought, in the third quarter, I had a heart attack in the third quarter, I think. Didn't I?
Well, I'll tell you what. I was not the one that was pounding on your chest.
No, you had a stress attack.
Is that what that
called?
was?
Yes, that was definitely you left all the stress of today out.
Did I black out at all during that?
Yes, you were blacked out. You were red.
Okay,
you were blue.
there was a couple moments where I couldn't remember where I was.
That's right.
Well, that's a usual thing for me, but I really couldn't remember where I was.
I was scared when you started to foam.
Well, then the next thought was
when
I regained consciousness.
There,
I regained consciousness, I looked around. I thought, what am I doing with you two guys? Then it all came back to me, and I knew it was a nightmare. So there. Okay, so I've had a pretty eventful game so far. Got knocked down on the steps on the way up at halftime. That was already the beginner.
Stressed out when Higgins got stepped on the sideline.
Higgins got stepped on, and that was it for me. But I'm shocked. I'm shocked that something like that happened. I really am. I'm shocked in high school football. I seriously am. I hope serious measures are taken over there to correct that.
Mohap back to pass. Rush on by the Red Tornadoes. And just lobs one down over everybody's head on about the 42-yard line.
That could be intentional grounding. There wasn't a receiver anywhere near that.
Well, give credit to number 40 and 70, Mike Rohrbach and
Steve Ziegler.
Great.
Hey, what?
Great pressure.
Ziegler went in there and decided to make a name for himself no matter what it takes.
That's right.
Another fourth down. They're going to wear this punter's shoes out tonight.
Oh, now we got Vic Kernatsky in there.
Vic Man. It's Vic Man.
Playing middle linebacker. Monster Man.
Vic Man. Vic Man plays with his shirt out.
Snaps
like
back.
That.
Kicks away. This is a good one this time. Fair catch called for by Gonzalo on about the 27-yard line.
Now, I just get done saying what sure hands he has all the time. He looks at the ref. He fair catches it. He picks the ball. He goes
caught
to hand
the
it
ball.
to him. I'm saying.
Very well, right.
He's standing there. He's going to hand the ball to the ref, and he drops it on the ground. And he only has the sure hands under game situations.
Start of the fourth quarter. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Notice you guys were sucking sodas down at halftime again, too.
Yep.
I want to thank you once again for having one for me.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah. I
said
really
this one's
appreciate
for
who
Warren.
drank that one. Yeah.
Well, we shared
You
it.
guys are animals.
Largo in motion. Fake the handoff to Sheptock. Gretzky comes in around the left side and tackled on about the 31-yard line. Gain of about 2 or 3 yards. So they gave it to the Nick Gretzky, and now at quarterback for the Red Tornadoes, and left him carried a little bit and get his first hit under his belt.
A lot of talking going on there. I think a lot of it, I think they're asking each other about each other's English lit classes, from what I can gather. I think that's what it is.
Joel Gonzalo comes out, and Sean Jamin comes in for Joel Gonzalo. This one's to Veach off the right side to about the 34-yard line.
Yes, Higgins. Look at Higgins on the sidelines there saying, Coach, did I do something wrong?
Now there comes Dave Evans in for Brett Veach. And right now, Coach Williams doing a nice thing of replacing his starters individually and letting them get a round of applause as they come off.
Well, they had some fantastic game tonight.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Yeah, well over 300 yards offense tonight against, what was supposed to be a tough defense. They really played well. Their defense, Mount Carmel area's defense, was outstanding.
Fumble on the play, but ball covered by number 69, John Yastashak. So Mount Carmel in a fourth down and a punting situation.
First punt in the evening?
I'm
One
trying to
early.
think. No, we punted before.
One early.
We punted once before.
Nobody deep for the Spartans.
Yeah, now they're all
Snaps
deep.
back. Yastashak gets a punt off. It's a wobbly one. Hits on about the 49-yard line and will be down there by number 27, Dave Evans.
That had a weird spin on it.
Yeah, that one never got off his foot right.
That kind of went sideways and it turned and came the other way.
First down and 10 Spartans from the 48-yard line. And the Spartans now look like they're putting some new people in too, I think. Yeah, quarterback number 12 comes into the game for the Spartans, Mike Lindemuth. Timeout call by the Red Tornadoes, and there comes the defense off right now. And that's a defense that did an outstanding job for the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes tonight.
Well, they're gonna a whole new squad now. There it is. An entire different defense has just gone on to your man's in there, Frenchie.
My boy, Brian Dixon, number 72.
He'll be playing the nose guard position. Bob, we're going to let you go through the
Okay,
it's
here
your
we
job,
go.
pal. You got
Also
the
in there,
lineup.
number 30, which is Sean Jamin. Number 56, Gary Dunn. Number 48, Kevin Krzyzewski. Number 76, Mike Boyer. Number 40, Steve Ziegler. Number 5, Vic Kornatsky. And we'll get a couple more here. 32, Joe Chicatano. Handoff to McAndrew. Drives his way up the middle. Tackled in there by 81, Mike Zavarik. And also number 40, Steve Ziegler.
You got to give McAndrew some credit there now. He's the kid playing with the Cats, right? Is that him?
No, it's actually 34.
Oh, 34,
Yeah,
okay.
he came in
Who
and
plays with the Cats? What is his number? He just carried the ball, didn't
Russ
he?
Bropes.
Wasn't he the ball
No,
carrier?
that was 44, right?
No.
Oh, was it 34?
Oh, I thought it was 34 carried the ball.
Ryan McGee, number 45, comes out of the game right now. Second down and 5 for the Spartans. Okay, this is a pitch back to McAndrew, 44. Oh, nice play by number 30, Sean Jamin. Great
right.
job by the J-Man.
Oh, the J-Man. All right.
Remember that from about, you had that. That was one of
yeah.
yours from about 2 or 3 years ago,
Yeah,
right?
The J-Man.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
The J-Man, Frenchie.
Also in there, number 89, Bob Shue. 72, Brian Dixon we talked about. I think we got them all. 26, Pete Cheddar in there.
I knew I could be a positive experience with you if
I
I just
know.
worked with you long enough. J-Man.
Oh, gosh. 8:54 left in the ball game. 42-0. Mount Carmel area in the lead. Ooh. Pass thrown from number 12, Mike Lindemuth, to number 6, Dave Magnus, and that one just goes over his head.
Nice arm on him, though. He threw
yeah.
a nice pass. And actually, had his receiver kept running to the sidelines, he might have gotten that.
He would have had it.
He stopped and he turned around and it went right over his head. But if he would have kept going, I think he might have snagged that pass.
Fourth down and about 5 yards to go for the Spartans. This puts number 51, Mark Dower, back in punt formation. Snaps back. Big rush from Dixon. Gets it away. Fair catch called for by Zavarik, and he does a nice job on the 16-yard line.
I have to
Frenchie, your
I have
man.
to take it back. I had to take it back. You know, last week we said I
yes,
hadn't
you
seen
did.
him. Well, this week he was even higher. He's
right.
really doing a job out there.
First down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes.
You didn't think you'd ever see him that high
No, I really didn't.
without some artificial help. And right now he's saying to himself, I hope I never get that high again.
You know, he was walking off. I did see a little blood trickle out of his nose. You know, he gets up that high, he starts to bleed a little bit.
I think he might give some second thought to that maneuver the next time around.
Timeout called by the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, you know what? Knowing Brian, though, that was neat. That was great. He enjoyed that, you know.
Well, he might enjoy it. It may take him a little while. He'll be all right. He'll be okay.
There comes Dix back in. Also number 64 coming into the game for the Red Tornadoes, which is Marlon Bresci.
What do you call him, Wayne?
Bukaka.
Yeah, but I knew you have a nickname for him all the time.
I picked that up overseas when I was over.
I figured
the last,
because it didn't make any sense in English. I'm sure it was overseas. I mean, my God.
Nick Gretzky at quarterback, hands off up the middle. Boy. 40 Steve Ziegler.
This is truly the longest. 48
Kevin Krzyzewski was the ball carrier.
This is the game. This is the part of the game that will kill you here.
8 minutes and 23 seconds left. Also now into the game, number 40 Steve Ziegler and number 45 Ryan McGee. Second down and 11 for the Red Tornadoes. 42-0. Mount Carmel area in the lead. Ryan McGee goes in motion. Gretzky hands off to Dave Evans, brings it out around the left side to about the 16-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if he could have got out there,
yep,
one step more and he would have had a touchdown.
Because all it was there was number 65 for the Spartans, a big lineman, Dave Strauss, but he had already worked his way out.
If he could have just taken that step around, he would have been long gone. He really would have.
Number 89, Bob Shue, back into the Mount Carmel area lineup.
Yeah, we've seen what kind of speed Dave does have.
Oh, yeah.
On some kickoffs. Yeah. The one game there, I think it was Schmoking. It wasn't Schmoking him. He took just about every kickoff.
Yeah, he's a sharp. He's somebody you're going to be seeing a lot of, and it's good to see him getting some game time here.
Flags on the play, and this is probably a delay of game called against the Red Tornadoes. This will be a 3rd down and 21 for the Red Tornadoes. 3rd down and 16. Krzyzewski comes back in at fullback. Gretzky. Still with the ball, rolls to his right, looks downfield at number 81, Zavarik, but broken up by number 1 for the Spartans, John Magdenberg.
He probably had a better shot running that time than he did throwing, I think. But when you get into the game and you're the second team quarterback and they call a pass play, you're pretty much going to throw that ball because you don't get a whole lot of shots in game situations like that, so you're going to let her wing it.
Number 30, Sean Jamin, will come in to punt for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back, kicks away, good end-over-end kick, taken by Magdenberg on about the 39-yard line. Evans hanging on to him. 28, Denny Molisevich in there. Also number 81, Mike Zavarik, and number 76, Mike Boyer.
Vickman's in there.
Vick's in on defense now. Oh, he was in on the tackle, too.
No. He just came in. No,
okay.
See, the reason I mentioned Vickman is because his dad lets him use the Burrow loader.
Oh, really?
Only when he's on defense. Yeah, only when he's on defense. That's something you didn't know, wasn't it?
Didn't know that.
Well, you know now.
6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the ball game. 42-0, Mount Carmel area in the lead.
I keep my ear to the ground. You get your head stepped on a lot, but you learn a lot of stuff.
Mike Lindemuth sets the Spartans. Tries handing off, this time up the middle. There's Vic Kornatsky in there. Also 28, Denny Molisevich in on the tackle.
86?
And number 56, which is Gary Dunn. Good play there. Good gang tackle by the young Red Tornadoes.
Dunn of. What is he of? Come on.
Carnersville.
No.
Dooleyville.
He's of the Dooleyville Duns.
Sorry.
2nd down and 10. 5:38 left in the ball game.
The pride of Dooleyville, no less.
Magdenberg back to pass. Rush this time from the Rock Dixon.
Yes.
Great play by Brian Dixon.
Rockman.
Hey, if he can't get him from the top, he's going to get him from the
Rockman.
He's going to bump you up.
Big play from Brian Dixon. 3rd down and about 18 yards to go. And this is getting back to the way it was.
Now that
3rd and 18, 3rd and 19.
Now that, for Brian, that's a good thing because that's going to make him feel a little bit better about how funny he's going to walk for the next 2 days over that first play that he had. He won't feel nearly as bad now.
Fumble on the play. And looks like Magdenburg got back on the ball.
That
He did.
that wasn't a fumble. That was the fumblerooski. They were trying to fool. That was a fumblerooski play.
Well, you know what? When Brian I was just
Go ahead.
I was going to say when Brian went to block that punt, he was up in the air. I swear he said, "Hey guys, I can see my house from here." He was up that. I mean, that's how high he was.
He's going to hit you when he sees you next.
4th down and 19 for the Spartans. 4:19 left in the ball game.
You're fooling with the
Magdenburg
rock man.
sets the Spartans. He's coming back to pass. Big rush. Trying to screen pass. Oh, almost intercepted by
Who was that?
32, Joe Chicatano.
Joe is right there.
Great play by Joe Chicatano. We're seeing some inspired defense
You're
from the
right.
younger Tornadoes right
These
now.
guys aren't taking a back seat to anybody.
Joe was probably thinking, hang up there a little bit longer. He was right there.
This one's a 1st down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. Vic Kornatsky in at quarterback this time for Mount Carmel area. And right now, Coach Williams going with all his quarterbacks. 4:08 left in the ball game. 42-0, Mount Carmel area in the lead. Kornatsky hands off to Dave Evans off the right side. Gain of about 2 yards. Tackled in there by number 64 from the Spartans. No, that couldn't have been 64. They don't have Belinsky in the game. Yeah, 64.
64. That's the other. That's
The
Ron
other Belinsky. Okay, Ron Belinsky, right. 72 is the big tackle, which is Rick Belinsky.
Yeah, I knew there was 2 of them here.
Right,
They're
okay.
right beside each other there.
I didn't go my depth chart very well here on North Schuylkill. I didn't think we'd have to go into the depth chart on North Schuylkill, but wow, 42-0. Vic pitches back to Zavaric out around the right side, finds a little running room, and then gets nailed by number 65 in on the tackle, Dave Strauss. Also 66 in there, which is Brian Wetzel.
Vic Man is quarterback now. Vic Man, quarterback. Vic Man. We don't have a lot of guys named Vic. We got to take advantage of these now. We got a Vic on the team. We're going to go with it for his whole career. He's Vic Man. I tell you what, look at I marvel at him though, the size of him. I mean, true quarterback size there. If you really want to see the prototype size of somebody.
3rd down and 13, 250. Vic hands off on the draw play to Dave Evans. Tackled in there by, looked like probably number 52 on the tackle, Keith Poles.
And of course, I'll go out on a limb now and say that, of
go
course,
ahead.
Vic Man gets his size from his dad.
Well, that is true. I'll tell you what, if you look at Vic reminds you of Terry Collins from Penn State.
Yeah, same build, you're
the
right.
same build.
That was a
Punt
good
was
punt
by
considering
Sean
what happened
Jamin,
there.
and it's rolling and will be down by Dave Evans on about the 37-yard line. And we're just watching a little excitement with an ambulance coming in.
And then Hepler was just Hepler. You say no more.
There you
Just
go.
say Hepler, and pretty much sums up him tonight. My goodness, was he a terror all over the field tonight.
Illegal procedure called against the Red Tornadoes. North Schuylkill will take over 1st down and 10 from about the 37-yard line.
We have to bring him to supper more often. My goodness, I don't know what he ate, but they're all going to get it next week. Whatever. That spaghetti and meatballs was a big meal.
Lindemuth in at quarterback. Hands off to number 34. Good tackle by Joe Chicatano, but a real great run by number 34, Russ Brobes. 1st down, Spartans.
See, he's the guy with the cast.
Right, he was
Yeah.
the cast man.
Yeah,
the other
you
cast
You
man.
got to give him a lot of credit. You know, you're a running back, and now he's playing with a cast, which is the other, I guess, his left hand. But still, in all, I mean, that's a heck of a thing to do. You get hit there every time almost when you're a running back. It's got to be painful.
1:36 left on the clock. This one's, big hit in there. Number 48,
And who else?
Krzyzewski, and number 5, Vic Kornatsky.
Vic Man. Vic Man. We have an automated clock here now.
Yeah, I know. It's
Does he get paid extra for that?
1:12 left on the clock. 42-0, Mount Carmel area in the lead. Big play in there from the Red Tornado defense. 72 Brian Dixon and number 28 Denny Molisevich.
Notice we have Dan the Man Moroz up here, and he's actually now he's evolved into the Junior George McPhee. he's basically the Junior George McPhee. The larger version of him, but the junior of him. Young George. And
Coach Tom Edwards is getting drenched down there. He's the coach from Mount Carmel area that lives in Ashland, and he just took a drink of water that he didn't really want. Nice pass from number 12 to Magdenburg, but covered by number 81, Mike Zavarik. 13 seconds left on the clock.
I understand from what I heard last night that whether they won or lost, he was going to get that because apparently he hasn't taken a shower since last Thursday. So
he's okay. They're just
I don't know. That wasn't a victory shower. That was just something to clean him up with. He asked me last night why it is why I always pick on him, and I said I just like it. That's all. I just for some reason or another
pickable type.
I like him, and it's a sad thing when we like you because it means we're going to beat you to death. You're better off having us not know you.
He takes it so
and
well.
Magdenburg down the ball.
He's a great guy.
This
he really
is it, counting down 9 seconds, looking at the Mount Carmel area sideline, and these guys are really thrilled. 3 seconds, 2, 1, 42-0. Mount Carmel area with the big win, and Mount Carmel area probably puts together the best game of their career this year. We're just watching the sidelines right now here and see them shaking hands down there, and all the coaches out in the middle of the field also shaking hands.
We're being careful here with George Jr. because he's ordered us over to do the post game.
So that's it, 42-0.
I'd like to know who gave him all the power up here, so I'd like to know.
What can you say? Impressive.
Okay, I will say that. There is no bad things that happen other than the play over at the North Schuylkill sidelines, which we'll pass on. But truly, I think a coming of age for Big Red. They talked a lot last night. You guys hadn't been there to hear them when they were talking about. Corey Hepler had said it. In fact, he was the one that echoed it first and said, "It's our first really big test." And they felt that Montoursville was the first test, and they said we stumbled, we made a mistake, and we didn't pass our test. And they felt that this was the biggest test of the year up till now, and they really wanted to come out of this game big. They didn't want to win the game; they wanted to win the game big. And when you consider the post-game hype and how good North Schuylkill was built up to be, that was quite a statement to make. And then the rest of the guys after him echoed the same thing, that they felt if they could win this game big, that they would get some respect, get it back, which they felt maybe they lost a little at Montoursville. And that down the road it was going to pay some dividends. And I think all the things they talked about last night came true.
Warner Wayne, I think you have to take both sides of the ball. You have to say offensively, over 300 yards. Defensively, they might not have gotten 20 yards total offense.
I don't even want to look at that.
So what I'm saying is, though, if you look on both sides of the ball, we performed outstanding tonight.
Well, I think they took a challenge on, and we said this starting from about 2 weeks ago. Everybody was telling us, North Schuylkill has the best defense in the area, very little points scored. In fact, it is. I think they had less points scored against them than what we had. But these boys came out. They took it on as a challenge, and they just showed everything tonight. They just showed what they have. And I still say they actually do not believe. They don't know how good they actually are yet.
No. And next week we leave this game. We go into a rare Saturday afternoon, 12 noon start. It's the game of the week with Channel 22. It'll be down at the Schuylkill Stadium. And, of course, Schuylkill having another, I guess, up and down here. They're kind of middle of the road in their way through the season again.
They're middle of the road, but Dick Purnell, as he progresses a season together over the years, as we've known Purnell over the years, he can put a game together toward the end of the season. Yeah. And that's the one thing the Red Tornadoes are going to have to watch out for, is that he's the kind of coach that we talked about coaches that get better as the season progresses. And he's one of them. We've seen it over the years.
Now, we will not be doing that game. We remind you that because Channel 22 will be doing the game, WKMC TV will not. So what you want to do is, for next Wednesday night, if you can, try to take up quilting or macrame or something to try to get you through the evening. And if you still think you're going to have a really hard time, give the three of us a call, and we'll come to your house personally and talk with you for 3 hours.
The other thing you can do is put your tape on Saturday at noon and tape the game live and
we'll
then
come down and
And
call.
dub it.
replay it. Right.
We'll
We
dub
can-
it.
on
We'll
Wednesday
take the
night.
highest bidder, and we will come and actually do the game in your living room. Now, what more could you ask for?
How can we split a penny 3 ways? That's
And
what
then
I'd
just
like
so
to
we
know.
all know, following to the next Wednesday will be Blue Mountain.
Right.
And we will be here and take that game on for you right here from the Silver Bowl.
You got her.
So, boy, what an impressive win. I think everybody here has to just be thrilled with what happened tonight. And as the team now walks off the field, a lot of fans stayed in the south end of the end zone there to just congratulate them as they're coming off the field. And just an impressive win for the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes tonight. 42-0, Mount Carmel area beats the Spartans. And this is a game a lot of people are talk about for a long time.
Yes, it will. It could be the turning point of the whole season and the start of some really, really good things.
Well, that's it here from the Silver Bowl. I'm Bob Else.
I'm Warren Altamar.
Wayne Brokenshire.
See you all in 2 weeks. Good night.